This video is brought to you by AKG.
So, many of us have been working from home for a while now, which means we shift between our personal and professional lives far more frequently. That means office meetings on Zoom app on one side, house party calls from your friends on another, and of course the usual phone calls, voicemails and whatnot. And in my case, personally editing videos, monitoring audio while shooting videos, and so on. I was in dire need of a good pair of headphones to help with all of these. By good, I mean good for music, good for house party calls, and good for monitoring, which is really important for editing. And AKG was kind enough to send these latest K361BT Studio Bluetooth Headphones. They challenged that these would be perfect for all kinds of usage. Well, I've been using these for over 5 hours a day for the past 1 week, and stick around, I'm gonna tell you all about it, whether they're the right headphones for you or not, maybe talk about some of the competition, some cheaper alternatives and so on. Let's get started. Let's begin with the design and the build, both of which are fantastic for the price. You're gonna be pleasantly surprised when you get your hands on these. These are easily among the most premium headphones I've tried, regardless of the price. These two outer shells are done in matte finish, and the one in between carries a rubberized look, which is a nice touch. And what you see above is just a part of this cool mechanism that AKG has adopted. You get 10 different positions, 10 adjustments to get it right. I mean, functionally, it doesn't make a difference. It's the same as the normal sliding mechanism you see on other headphones, but it looks cool, right? In other headphones, when you adjust the ear cups, this part gets exposed, and that's something you don't see over here. Not a big deal, but just something different, out of the ordinary. But this also means the wire is exposed. And yeah, these are foldable as well. They can get quite compact, and AKG has also included a carry pouch. Not just for the sake, it actually has a bit of cushioning for protection, and it also smells good. Okay, it did smell good the first time, but it's been lying around in my trash dump / studio for over a week. So anyway, it's got a micro USB port, which is definitely a bummer in 2020, but for what it's worth, you probably never have to charge these more than once a week. I'll come to that in a minute. Right next to that, we have the 3.5mm jack and a single power switch. That's it, no other buttons. Because the K361s offer gesture control. There's not much to talk about it. It just works. Double tap for pause, play, answer and reject phone calls, swipe up and down for volume up and down respectively, swipe horizontally for skipping tracks. Perfect. I did experience some mild inconvenience trying to get it right. My swipes were not accurate, especially because I'm coming from my much more expensive Sony headphones, which offer gesture control all over the ear cup. So it took a bit of time, but it's been a week, I'm used to it now. On the other hand, something that was super convenient for me from day one is the fact that they have ample padding at the top and ample cushioning, like super soft foam ear pads. And guys, trust me, these are among the most comfortable headphones I've ever used. I've always stressed on the fact that a good pair of headphones is worthless if they're not comfortable. I liked the Beat Studio for the kind of loud and bassy audio that it offers. I spent 23,000 rupees on them, but I couldn't wear them for more than 30 or 45 minutes at a stretch. Forget Beats, let's actually consider the closest competitor to AKG in the studio headphones category, Technica. I've used their M30X and as well as the M50X. No doubt they offer great audio, but they did not feel comfortable at all. Usually I spend about 3 to 4 hours to edit a long video, about 13-14 minute video, and the M50X would feel like kind of pressing and heavy within an hour. To be honest, I didn't expect these to be bad, but I also didn't expect they would be this good in terms of comfort. So 10 on 10 for comfort and fit, obviously. I was super relieved to find out these are over-ear headphones, so your ears are completely sealed from your surroundings. So even though they don't have active noise cancellation, which is usually reserved for much more expensive headphones, you still don't hear any external sound at about 70% volume. And that's really important for monitoring. My use case is editing, obviously. Your use case could be some important office calls, pretty sure a lot of you are on phone calls or online meetings most of the time, and you're gonna be super satisfied with these because the microphone does a really good job. I've been on multiple phone calls, I think 5 to 6 hours of phone calls in the past 1 week, and never even once did anybody at the other end tell me I was not audible or clear. Now, coming to my favorite part, and possibly the most important part, audio. Let's first get the specs out of the way. These are huge top-of-the-line 50mm drivers coated with titanium, and the coils inside are made of OFC, oxygen-free copper, which, if you remember, is the same kind of material I used for setting up my full-blown home theater setup last month. It's high quality is what I'm trying to say. Basically, all of this enables the headphones to achieve 114 decibel sensitivity per volt and a frequency range of 15 Hz to 28,000 Hz. Blah blah blah, I don't care, just tell me how they sound. Okay, calm down. So yeah, they're pretty impressive, but not just on paper, in practical usage too. To test the wide frequency range, I listened to my super cool Spotify playlist over and over again. There's a good variety in here, and I found them to be perfect to put these through all sorts of sounds. Now, if you are a bass fanatic, you want thundery bass, these are definitely not for you. Because these are studio headphones. They're supposed to sound neutral, they're supposed to represent what the artists intended their tracks to sound like. At the same time, they're also not very flat. The closed back design of these headphones enhance the bass response to an extent. So that's one of the reasons why these are enjoyable for almost all kinds of content. And these also get pretty loud. Although in some cases, at full volume, it feels like they're screaming at you, especially if you're listening to tracks that are heavy on vocals. But overall, super happy with the audio quality at this price. They're professional to an extent, but they are also fun to an extent. They offer vivid, lively music with heaps and heaps of energy. The main reason I wanted something like these personally, I've been using my Logitech speakers for editing, which are more movie friendly. I think the audio is perfect while editing, but turns out it's not how I intended it to be. I used to have Harman Kardon speakers. They were perfect, but right now these don't work for me. But the AKGs are perfect. Coincidentally, AKGs are also made by Harman. So yeah, I do have my beats for loud and bassy music when I'm in the mood for it, which is quite rare. And I have my Sonys for other times. So I was looking to use the AKGs only for monitoring purposes, but these have exceeded my expectations. I might actually continue using these. There is no flaw in specific. That's the best thing about these headphones. Everything is either good or great. The battery life too, up to 28 hours according to AKG. But I set them to full volume, at least 90% volume most of the time. So for me, they lasted around 20 to 23 hours. Basically, ever since I got these, I've only charged it once, despite using them for over 4 to 5 hours every day. And not to forget, since these can also function as wired headphones, well, AKG has included a couple of cables and also a 6.5mm converter. Now, let me get to the part that excited me the most. Price. The special launch price is just 9,500 rupees. I'm pretty sure some of you are already on the way to the comment section about to type just 9,500. Guys, yes, just 9,500, because guess what? Number one, the US price is $129, which translates to about 9,700 Indian rupees. So basically, these are cheaper in India than in the US. Well, at least the special launch price. How often do you see that from a globally well-established brand like AKG/Harman? Number two, these are over-ear headphones with top-of-the-line 50mm titanium-coated drivers. And number three, they have Bluetooth. This combination is something you cannot find easily. And of course, they've nailed the basics: phone calls, sound output, comfort, battery life, and design. Also, Bluetooth 5.0, the range is really good. The main competitor, the Technica M50X, the wired version cost around 11,000 rupees. The Bluetooth version costs an additional 4,000 rupees. I mean, 4,000 is almost half the price of these AKG monsters. And of course, on top of that, these feel more comfortable and sound better. So if you're looking for a serious pair of headphones, these are a blind pick. They're available on Amazon.in, link in the description.
and you get no-cost EMI options as well.
Anything else you want to know about these headphones, feel free to sound off in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye and take care.